Hello, I'm James Harvey, the professor of music theory at the College of Southern Nevada with 5-Minute Music Theory. Let's start that 5-minute timer, and we're going to talk about another type of a 6/4 chord today. We've already covered the cadential 6/4, and now we're going to cover the passing 6/4, which is the second most common type of 6/4 behind the cadential. So passing is a term that we use in music theory to explain motion by step. And by step, I mean like going from line to space on the staff. It doesn't matter what the accidentals are. Those notes are going up by step right there. So a passing 6/4 has something to do with moving by step. I'm going to show you the most common passing 6/4. And this is it. I'm going to write underneath passing. So that is a G, by the way. You can't see that very well there. G. So I'm going to voice these chords now. Now we haven't really covered the some of the main voicing rules, so this is just sort of to show how these actually are voiced. So I have a tonic triad, and I doubled my root there because that's the doubling rule for a tonic triad. Now the next chord is a dominant 6/4, and this, unlike the cadential 6/4, is literally a dominant 6/4, which is a G major chord with a D in the bass in this key. Now we need to double the D because in a 6/4 chord you need to double the fifth. If I take a look at the options here, we have a whole bunch of options, but you'll see in later videos that the one that I did in the tenor there won't work because we have an error. So just take my word for it, and then when we get into common SATB writing errors, you'll see what's going on there. Actually, that's not necessarily an error what I did there, but it's probably not going to give us the best voicing. And then what we're going to do here is move those notes like that, keep the G the same, and move the C down to a B. And now I have a G over B. So if I write the chord symbols over the notes here, we have a C, G over D, and then the last one needs to be a C over E. So here's the E. I'm writing a first inversion triad, SBOY. So I need to try to double whatever I'm putting in the tenor if possible. I'm going to put here, I'll write a C if I can. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go down to a G like this because that's going to allow me to keep that same note in the soprano and have my strongest doubling possible. And then I need to finish the rest of the chord out by writing a C. And there you go. There's a passing 6/4 chord. That dominant chord, even though a dominant can work between two tonics, is not functioning like a dominant chord. 6/4 chords do not function. They are too unstable to function. So what this is doing is performing the task of voice leading. I'm sorry you can't see what I wrote above the staff there. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. So it's passing from the C to the E. It's just what's called a voice leading chord, getting from one place to another. This is the most common type of passing 6/4, but there are some others. I'll see if I can get one done here a little bit quickly that is another type. So we're going to move in this one. We'll keep the same key, and we're going to do an F major, which is a subdominant. And let's do a subdominant 6, and we'll pass down through it. Because the passing doesn't necessarily mean up, it just means passing by step. And then here's going to be our passing down to, we're going to eventually go to a root position subdominant. And the chord that's going to happen in between these two is going to be a passing tonic 6/4. You'll just take my word for it that says passing. Now I'm going to do this really quickly, but at least you'll be able to see the example or something that at least looks like what this is. There we are, and then I'm going to do that. I performed my SBOY doubling. I doubled my my C, which is in the soprano and the tenor, and then I need to double a G here somewhere in this chord. This is going to be a C major, so I'll do it this way. And then the last chord is F major. There we go. F, A, C. Boom. We got it. So there we go. We have subdominant 6 passing tonic 6/4 to a subdominant in root position. So basically the passing 6/4 is a triad in first inversion that sits in between two other chords, creating a passing bass line. So you can see that this is passing down by step, and the other one that we did, it passed up by step like this, like that. that's the role of the passing 6/4, is to be in between those two chords and have a passing bass line. It's the bass line that matters, that counts towards the passing nature of these. And make sure, because it's a non-functional chord, that you have to put it in parentheses or brackets and then indicate the type underneath, which is passing, like that. And that gives us all the information that we need about it. Thank you.